Well, and I feel like it makes my brain work better. Yeah. Like it's like I'm like challenging it.
I need all the help I can get.
Knock all the dust off.
Right? Like I'm gonna make it think for a minute.
Knock all the dirty out of there.
I've drank too many of these and tried to kill it, but whatever.
Yeah, I buy into the concept that you're just killing the dumb ones.
Yeah,
the slow moving ones.
Holy
just makes you smarter.
Not everybody.
If they're
does.
the dumb ones.
Trust me, I've been in a lot of bars and they have killed a lot of the good ones.
What, we're going to talk about that kind of shit.
Brain cells.
Bad choices.
All right. Are we ready to go?
I think so.
You two ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right,
let's do this.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 3, 2. Welcome to the After Two Beers podcast. I'm Dutch Dalton, joined as always by Kimmy Gibbler.
That's me.
And Michael Summers.
What's going on, yo?
We've been a few weeks absent from doing the show, but I'm happy to be back doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now in the summer, the goal again is still to do these every other week. But I was thinking, we can do like little things between shows.
Yeah.
Throughout the summer,
okay.
Like where we're just on our phone and just not here.
Okay.
Yeah,
we can do that.
Yeah, we'll just come up with little things that we can put on the webpage. I thought about bringing the webpage back. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
If we could get some Patreon sponsors.
Speaking of Patreons, we don't think.
Yes. Welcome to the show. If this is your first time tuning into the show, or maybe you're listening to the audio, basically the idea of After Two Beers, the original concept over 8 years ago, was it's just like, like Puddin' and I were just chatting offline that we may go to, he's got to go pick up his wife at the Dart Place. And I'm like, I may swing down and have a beer with you.
Yeah.
And these are the kinds of conversations that you would have in said environments, or it's almost bonfire season. Maybe you want to hang out with your friends and neighbors in the backyard and drink some beers. And these are the things like, man, did you hear that story about? And then our job is to provide some of those stories. Now, I will say in our massive 8-year collection of these shows, We have jumped from a different
Genres?
Genre. It's mostly been the same, but
Except for that time period with the French Indian War.
oh my God, the history. Yes, it was one of my favorite times too.
Never knew more about it.
Yeah. Well, I got
Still
to
don't.
realizing. Yeah. Well, it's because we never actually discussed that one.
Yeah.
That there's lots of cool shit that happens in the world that isn't necessarily funny,
Right.
and I still want to chat about it.
Yeah.
You know, and so we're gonna massage it a little bit, but it's gonna be good. And then our buddy here, Kevin Shook, who's working here at Global Media Enterprises here at East Studios, he's developing a mobile version of this show or other shows. And so that's kind of cool.
You can take it anywhere you want.
We originally started doing these way back at the beginning in bars.
Yeah.
And we got away from it, obviously, because it's such a pain in the ass
It's
for all the
loud.
equipment.
Yeah.
That part didn't.
And COVID happened, so.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of work. I mean, it's basically the trivia setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then plus a laptop because you got to record it.
Yep.
And it just got to be a pain in the ass. And then Kevin's got all this amazing equipment down here that if this is something you're looking to do, you can do it here. And it just became a creature comfort.
Oh, yeah.
But
definitely.
there's something about being in front of a live audience that just makes it better, in my opinion.
It brings
Yeah.
out the stand-up comedian in you.
Especially when everybody's had a couple beers.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
That's true, too.
A real laugh track, man.
Yeah,
It's not just pumped in, like
Yeah.
bad podcast shows. Anyway. So we may start getting back out into public. We have cut back on our trivia. We do it now once every 2 weeks or once every other week, I guess.
Yeah.
And next Saturday, we will be live again at the VFW here locally.
Definitely. Yeah.
And then May 10th, we are scheduled to be at the Moose
Yes.
again. And then sometime late May, we'll be back at the VFW.
Yep.
More to come on that one. Thanks again. Gibbler brought it up already to our Patreon sponsors. Without you, we really wouldn't be able to do a whole lot of this show for at least, for break-even costs. So
Absolutely,
we
right.
greatly appreciate all of you that honestly, it's less about the money and more about the fact that you think enough of us to want to give us money. It makes us feel like, we're actually doing something that people enjoy.
Yeah, they actually care and help. And
Yeah.
And they may want us to continue doing this.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so
somebody
that's
gets a little joy out of us.
yeah. Thank you guys for that.
Yes.
Without further ado, let's go ahead and highlight some of the stuff we're going to talk about this week.
Yeah.
So
we've talked
if
about
you
it.
want to stick around, I would hope you would. First thing we're going to jump into, we attended a wrestling event here locally, and I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. It was the most god-awful smelling thing I've ever been to.
It smelled
What
like
did
a
it
foot.
smell like? Oh, it smelled like a
foot.
foot?
Oh, and-
It just smelled like a locker room. It smelled like a men's locker room or something.
Little Frito action.
Oh, it was horrible.
Dog toes?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a small room or a lot of people packed in there, and I think that they had been practicing on that ring.
You are so kind. It had nothing to do with that ring. But we're going to talk about it coming up. I'm sure the ring didn't smell like roses, but it had nothing to do with what was in the ring. Probably more to do what was outside the ring, but we're going to chat about that. Also, this is a point where we get away from the funny stuff. And this is just podcast gold. There is speculation about a new serial killer in New England. Now, Puddin is an aficionado when it comes to serial killers.
I just like them.
Yeah. And so we're going to chat about that because one of the things I want to chat about is I think it's the FBI believes that at any given time here in the United States, there's at least 50 serial killers that we don't know about.
That are active right now.
Did you say a boat?
A boat, I did.
Are you Canadian?
I don't know.
Are you a Canuck?
a boat.
What's that all about?
See, that's what happens. You
did.
get a couple beers and turn Canadian.
Right?
Yeah, take off, you hosers. So we're going to chat about that and people's fascination with serial killers.
Yeah.
Next, I don't know. Gayle King was amongst a few celebrities that went to outer space earlier this week, and they're catching a bunch of shit on it. And
Already?
yeah, they caught shit before they
Before
hit
they
the
even
ground.
left.
Yes. So we're going to chat about that. Puddin sent me a story about a curio shop in Florida that's in trouble. Apparently, they've been selling human remains on Facebook Marketplace.
Sweet.
Yeah. And it's funny. It's like they even have it broke down by the body part and what it would cost you.
Yep.
So, story out of Upper Ohio. 6 people there are been arrested and charged allegedly for kidnapping and beating a male for over a week with a baseball bat. We're going to chat about that.
They look like the Manson family if they were inbred.
Oh my God! Right? They really do. Wait till you see the pictures of this family.
Oh yeah. Well,
And there's a story about a lady that traded her teenage foster daughter for a monkey.
jeez.
We're gonna talk.
Okay.
Yeah, it's these people
With pets.
with these exotic pets that are just not right. But anyway, we're gonna come to that, and then lastly, we're gonna cap it off with a. Well, NASCAR is back underway.
Yeah.
The IMS is back, but there's a new racing league that's forming in LA. And apparently people are going to race sperm. And I mean this sincerely.
Oh, they will race
Yes.
anything.
They built a racetrack for this and everything. There's going to be gambling involved. And they've already
Is there a big
identified.
egg at the end or what?
There is 2 universities, 2 prominent
I
universities.
can't wait to see this.
Big Ten schools, UCLA, USC, that will be competing in a crosstown rivalry of sperm. We've got more coming up
Yeah, I
about
want to
that.
know the deets on
I
this.
can't wait to talk about that.
All right. Now let's first chat about stinky wrestling fans. Now, as we mentioned, if you're watching, if you're
Listening or watching.
yes. If you're watching the show right now on Facebook or YouTube, feel free to comment with us, especially as we get through some of the serial killer part, and it just seems to interest people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then the body part thing. Anyway, all right. Here locally, like a lot of places, especially I'm assuming in the Midwest, but
Yeah.
obviously regional as well, there are these little independent wrestling circuits,
Yes.
right? And here in Richmond, I believe it's Rose City Wrestling Alliance, I believe, or association. It's RCWA.
That's what I heard
I
with
think
the
it's
song that
Alliance.
played over and
Oh
over.
my gosh, they created their own theme song, right? Which I give them much props to.
I mean, it was pretty cool, but
Right.
after hearing it over and over and over and over in repeat,
oh my gosh, for half an hour before it started.
I was just over and
It
over.
was the same thing over and over.
yeah, the guy
and-
that was sitting next to us, he's like, I'm going to be able to do this at karaoke for too long.
Oh, it was bad. So as you walk into it, it's hosted here locally at an arcade
Yeah.
that I'd never been to. The arcade's awesome.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
some
That's awesome.
some video that Gibbler snapped at the wrestling event. And so this is legit. This is a gentleman, and I remember this guy. What was his name, Gibbler? That was wrestling the Easter Bunny.
I don't recall. I don't.
Yeah, that's the Easter Bunny there on the ground.
love it.
That's being wrestled, by this gentleman. Now, here's the beautiful part about this video. It's at the back, so you can't really see these people's face. But they're the thing that you'll notice. Now we're sitting across the gym, right there. That exit sign that's right there on the wall. That's where you walk in.
Okay.
Okay, the moment you hit that door, it was like getting hit in the face with a sledgehammer of smell. And I'm not exaggerating.
No.
I love wrestling. I appreciate wrestling. And I love people that love wrestling.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you, I thought maybe this was just a unique audience, okay? Then I happened to stumble upon a video of Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I sent it to you both, roasting people about not showering, wrestling fans.
Right?
And I'm like, no, this can't be a thing. Well, there's only one place that I've learned in life that you can confirm if something is a trend or if it's reality.
The internet.
Yeah, Reddit.
Reddit.
There's a whole subforum about stinky wrestling fans.
Is there really?
Yes.
I did.
This
Wow.
is amazing. And
So it's just not a local thing. It's
no,
everywhere.
no. And then that's the thing, like, because I've been to, I've taken both of you.
Yeah.
You've gone with me to WWE stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like watching a Pacer game or anything else.
Yeah.
It's normal folk that are just there to have a good time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's normally pretty good people watching.
Oh,
too.
no.
yeah.
People, well, we're in Indiana, too. I mean,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
true.
But the gentleman that was in front of it, I don't know that he's combed his hair since Hogan was champion. And maybe that's the thing, right? Like he's like, I'm not washing my hair again until the blood, the red and gold is back. Look at that. The Easter Bunny just It did
slam?
it was more like a rock bottom.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's a real rock bottom action.
But it didn't get real high.
You try to wear an Easter bunny costume and do that
hey,
stuff.
what are you
though.
talking about?
God.
That could have been the real bunny.
Oh, man. But no, it was a good time. I enjoyed it. And
Now, the guy that was wrestling the Easter bunny, he works at the Land of Illusions or something, I think.
Okay.
Or the Haunted
the
Forest or
Ringmaster,
something.
yes. The Ringmaster, yes.
Yeah.
I actually thought the guy was
He was
funny,
great.
too. So anyways,
There were some people that were so good on the mic. I was
Really?
like super
Yeah.
impressed at that, too.
Yeah,
the-
that
the-
takes a lot of
well,
talent.
the funniest part for me is the Ringmaster is, Easter celebrating the resurrection of Christ. Mm-hmm. And he basically got up on the microphone saying, like, Easter sucked, Halloween was better. And I'm like, this is amazing. It was amazing. I enjoyed it. Here's the thing about the wrestling, okay? And I'm just going to say this and we'll move on. These individuals, I know it's like people have this thought process that aren't wrestling fans. It's soap operas that have combined athletic sports, okay?
And it's so athletic.
Oh my God!
very.
Some of these people
I can't do half the stuff they
400
could.
pounds that are doing, backflips.
Yeah.
And it's so impressive. And so it's just like us doing this podcast. We're never going to get famous doing this.
What?
And no,
for
I
yourself.
hate to break you. But these are just people living out their dream, man, just having a good time being the ringmaster, kicking an Easter bunny in the nuts.
That's right.
It
It's
was
just
awesome.
about-
Now, the Easter bunny did hit that guy with the basket, though. Eggs went everywhere.
Yeah, it was like $1,400 in damage just right there.
No doubt, them eggs cost money.
Oh man, good time, but it's a
is
smelly
awesome.
group of people, man.
I love it.
I heard
That's good American folk.
I sent a message to you offline about there's a big event coming to Indianapolis.
Oh yeah.
I think it's 24th, 25th, 26th, something like that in
Yeah.
April.
Yep.
And tons and tons of wrestlers there that you can go and get pictures with and autographs and.
Yep.
And somebody in the Reddit comment suggested that it's not just wrestling events; it's also these kinds of things.
Oh yeah, the cons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I've heard that about baseball card shows too.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh.
Like,
It's everywhere. You got the people that just don't bathe.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't get it. But what I'm
wrestling.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Wrestling. It was a good time.
It's still real to me, damn it.
It was a good time. Now, we did take an intermission.
Yeah.
A couple of them.
There was
Yeah,
what's
we
up,
came-
I
Josh?
heard about them.
We came
Yeah.
down to the beverage.
Yeah, there was a bar that was
Place
not
a block
close
away
or close. That
and-
was
yes.
it came in handy
Serving
twice.
beverages,
Yeah.
were they?
Well, they were. The other place wasn't. Eric Ellers said he can attest to the smelly Comic-Con folks.
Yeah.
I'm
That's what I heard about too.
Well, here's the funniest part was one of the wrestlers that came in, one of the very first things he said is he goes, I knew I was back in Richmond when I smelled this place. And I was like, and I just yelled as loud as I
No,
could.
it wasn't that. He said,
wow.
"You guys shut up! You guys shut up! I will smack the ugly off of everybody!" And Chris yells at the top of his lungs, "You don't have enough time!"
It's true. It's an ugly group of people.
I am so sorry I missed it.
Oh, it was a good
was a
time.
good time.
I think they do it monthly. We'll have to go back.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll have to leave Amanda at home. Like by the end of it, she was like, I don't even want to be here right
Man,
now.
I was thoroughly impressed with the peanut butter zombie guy. He's,
Oh,
I think,
no.
from around Dayton area. I
Yeah.
think.
Nice.
Yeah, they
But
brought
yeah, I
in
was yelling peanut butter zombie time.
out of towners. But
Yeah.
nah, it was a good time.
It
man.
was good.
You know, let's jump into the serial killer conversation.
Yes. What we got?
All right, now there's speculation about a possible serial killer in New England right now. Apparently, it's gaining significant traction online.
They're calling him the Chowder. I'm kidding.
No, it's not very interesting. There's actually a Facebook group that's called the New England Serial Killer.
Okay.
Members of the Facebook group and social media users on platforms like TikTok and X are pointing to several recent discoveries of human remains
Okay.
in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. Now, I'm not going to dive too much into this particular one, but I want to just talk about America's fascination with
Oh,
serial
yeah.
killers.
It's
Well, that's what made podcasts just blow up, essentially, because everybody wanted to hear all of the different, because everybody thinks they can crack the case.
yeah. Everybody knows everything.
Everybody
so
knows it,
everybody's
and they're like,
getting
oh,
together
I can guess who
and
did
talking
it.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this was one of the individuals wrote a comment, and I'm just going to read this comment. It said, "I've heard there's many serial killers act on the news because they feel the law and the media." This guy making no sense. Hold, let me read.
It's probably because the serial killers want to be famous for it.
So basically, they said the police don't bring it up because they don't want the media talking about it because they're trying to discourage copycats. So they don't talk about it or publicize it. Yeah. And so now I went to another article. This is one that Puddin can show some more light on. Yeah. The FBI states that they believe there's at least 50 active serial killers currently. And
that's down. Because in what I tell you, and I think in that article it tells you, in like the 60s and 70s, they thought it was around 300.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. Now, there's almost 350 million people here in the United States, right? 50 doesn't sound like that odd. No. And then I got to thinking about it today. I got a lot of time to drive. And, really serial killers are only discovered one of two ways, right?
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Either once they get caught, then they're identified as one.
They get caught, yeah.
Or there's the one that, like they want fame for it before they're caught.
Yeah.
So there's a lot.
Test the waters, and test the police.
And honestly, that's probably the biggest difference between the 60s and 70s and now is that there's so much,
You got cameras everywhere.
There's
you had the
cameras.
DNA.
Yes.
They didn't have DNA.
They didn't have
then.
DNA back then. I mean, they might have had like dental records.
Right.
But that's about it.
I mean, if you find a body, you didn't know how they died.
Well, I don't think there was fingerprints until the early 1900s anyway, right? That we came out of the FBI, and when that was the 20s.
That's funny. That was one of my trivia questions. What does it take how many bodies does it take to become a serial killer? And it's only 3.
Right.
So
that's not very many.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long weekend for somebody.
Right.
That's one big bad road rage.
And there's been several here in Indiana, like the one in Indianapolis, I forget his name, but then there was the I-70 killer. It was killing all along I-70.
Yeah.
So
and those are the ones you just know about.
Yeah.
It's wild to me. And, there's a podcast called The Last Podcast on the Left. And I'm not much of a podcast listener, ironically. But I love that one.
That's the one I listen to at work all the time.
It's very good.
That one's really good.
Yeah, they really dive into it. But are you fascinated? It seems to be even women are more into serial killers than even dudes are.
And I don't know that it's necessarily just the serial killers, but like even just like the mystery shows and different things.
How to get away with murder.
Or
how they got caught. And, when Amber's sitting there watching it, if they would have used lies, she wouldn't have got caught. I'm like, hold on.
All you need to do is have a hog farm.
Eric Eller said they just solved Jack the Ripper with old DNA.
Yeah, they found old DNA on a scarf of one of the ladies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And there wasn't very many that was killed by him, right? They were prostitutes.
3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weak. I remember hearing that one time, and like people made such a big deal out of it, and I'm like, well, shit, man, that's like rookie league in the Americas.
It's the way he did it too. Just about them, cut them up, and so.
Yeah.
Here's a map based on speculation of this New England serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, take this one.
It's all the bodies that been.
We're just chatting here.
Yeah.
How many people? Do you ever wonder? Like, this is totally random, but the Bruce Willis Samuel L. Jackson movie. It's is it Glass?
Yeah.
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 There's the part where they're walking through the football game, and he would touch somebody. And he could feel like the shit they had done, the bad shit they had done. Do you ever wonder, like, people you walk by that are just fucking crazy or they've got something going on at the house that you would just be like, oh my God.
Everywhere you go, it's...
Oh, that's just...
No matter who
there's
you run into,
so many crazy people.
You think about who you've walked by.
But I'm not saying it's a problem with our legal system, but, like, at some point, some of these lawyers are getting way too good at their job. And, I mean, there's people walking around that have done some really dirty shit that are just, they're out. It's good. It's all fine. And it's like, well, are we just waiting for them to do the shit again?
Yeah.
With somebody else?
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have a pig farm.
I guess.
Amber says that a lot. I'm kind of worried.
Yeah. She's already
somebody
got
with
to
She
figure it
brings
out,
when
man.
she starts making like a fenced-in area in your backyard.
We getting
And
pigs.
bringing
I'm like,
home like babe.
I don't know if this is a compliment or something that she doesn't want to hear, but I honestly think if there's someone that could get away with it, it's your wife.
yeah,
Of all the people I know.
right.
And then her buddy Missy. I think the two of them.
Both of them.
Oh, my God.
If I ever come up missing,
Yeah.
them two.
It's like the Dixie Chicks song.
Right, Earl?
Eric Ellers, we can't even begin to start with the Garth Brooks killing
That's right,
spree.
Garth Brooks. Where the bodies at, buddy?
What?
You heard of Tom Segura blames him for all these mysterious murders wherever
No.
his concerts go. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have not heard about this. I'm going to have to do some
You'll have
research.
to look into it. It's
You know, I
hilarious.
thought he seemed too clean, but then I heard he got charged with like a sexual harassment kind of
Yeah.
deal last year. So even Garth Brooks, man, can't
got it.
keep his hands to himself.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
In case he's watching.
Yes.
All right, now I want to talk about one other story before we jump into some of the fun ones.
What
But
we got? What else you got?
this involves Gayle King. Now, earlier this week, I don't know if you had watched this or not. I saw it on CNN. I watched it live. Actually, I was trying to take a nap. I took some vacation days, and this thing took no time at all, right? So earlier in the week, a Blue Origin, a company that was founded by Jeff Bezos,
Yes.
where he's developed these rockets that, for me, look so phallical. Like, it almost seems like it was designed that way. I worked with a killer before. Rode with him back and forth to Muncie several times. A couple of years after he left the company, he was arrested for rape and murder from the 80s.
Wow.
Wow.
See, you never know who you're next to. Thank
He
God you were
Dodged a
nice.
bullet,
Easy.
Josh.
Yeah, thank God you were nice to him.
Yeah, or not attractive enough.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
maybe not his type.
Maybe. I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I think Josh
I'm
is an
like,
attractive
Josh is
guy. I'm just saying.
Nice.
You know? No, I'm not saying it was Josh personally.
I would have been let go for sure.
That's why I'm nice to everybody.
Yeah, no shit. Anyway, all right. So jumping back to this this Blue Origin flight. So Jeff Bezos, basically, it seems to me, has gotten into. This just proves that once you have so much money,
You
like
get bored.
you have to do something, right?
You trying to be like Musk?
Well, that's
I think so.
Elon, and then also the Virgin Air guy.
Yeah.
Virgin Records. The name's I'm losing it right now.
Right?
I know who you're talking
Right,
Yeah.
right. So these guys have so much money. It's like, why would you want to collect anything? You could just buy it.
about. Right.
You know, that's the thing about like baseball cards for me. For me, it's also like the hunt of it because I don't have limitless money.
Right.
So these guys, they have limitless money. You know, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, depending on the stock market, share who's the richest person in the world.
yeah.
Right.
depending
So
on the
now
day.
this is their new challenge is to be, let's go to space. Like for me, I like going to like South Carolina.
Right.
Right.
I'm
You
like,
know?
oh, I might take a vacation. Maybe I'll go to Gallenberg.
Yes.
A
For the-
casino.
they're like,
Yeah,
man,
let's go to Vegas.
I'm going
or
to put
something.
$200 down at the casino this
Right.
weekend.
Nah, we're going to
No,
space.
no.
Fuck it.
Yeah, we're going to space. So anyway, Jeff Bezos, and I give him credit and I give Elon Musk credit
Hey,
both.
It's fine.
They've developed the ability to send stuff into orbit. Now, from what I understand, the real goal of this mission, this sounds so American too,
To talk
right?
people into
Absolutely.
it?
No, because no one can afford this. It was hundreds of
no.
thousands of dollars. It's $250,000 just to put the down payment on a trip to go. That's how expensive. And this isn't the first time.
$250,000.
Yeah, just
Let me
sign
check my bank account.
all right, just to hold the spot, right? But really, what he's doing is he wants to see about putting trash into space.
Oh, there's already a ton of trash. up
Right.
there.
Well, this is taking trash from here on purpose, and then you take it up there and you let it go.
If there's other life forms, this is just going to piss them off more.
Oh,
Absolutely.
right. So anyway, this space flight that took place earlier this week was also being called a very big deal because it was a all-woman flight crew.
So they put more plastic into space.
Oh, she made the joke, not he or I.
No, neither one of us.
Yes.
It was her.
So,
So we are putting it into space.
I believe there were 6 women. I don't have all the details here, but it included Katy Perry and Gayle King, who hosts the CBS Morning Show.
Yep.
And
Wasn't she Oprah's best friend or something?
Oprah was there.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm glad you brought that up. Along with Jeff Bezos' fiance, because his ex-wife is one of the most rich people in the world.
After
From
the
divorce.
Right? So anyway,
Kanye sang a song
you
about
got
that.
so all these 6 women, they go up into space, and I'm watching it, and it literally took 11 minutes.
Yeah,
it takes longer to drive from my house to the east side of Richmond, Indiana.
Then
Right?
they were in
Then they
air.
went to space. Now they took off, and they go up, and they're in orbit. And by orbit, I believe they never technically left the Earth's atmosphere, but they were above 62 miles above. Which
which is less than the drive to Indy.
well, yeah, but I mean. That just shows you how close the moon really is, right? I
Yeah.
mean, but so no, they're up there, and then they come back down.
I bet there was a Dollar General there.
But that's when the shit show started for me in this whole thing, right? So I'm watching the video and I'm thinking, oh, this is really cool. I mean, this is a woman thing, and it's an all-woman flight crew. Even though there was a Russian lady that actually went up by herself previously, but they don't want to bring that part up, right? So anyway, so she goes up, and then they come down, and then the theatrics start. Okay, so there's the crew. I believe one of the individuals is an actual scientist.
Okay.
And the others, I think, are mostly Jeff Bezos' fiance's friends.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. And so they go up. Look at that thing. It just looks like
it
a
does
big
look
penis.
like a wiener.
It does.
phallic symbol.
You would think they would just, I don't know, narrow it or something to, I don't know. So anyway, they go up. Now, while they're up there, they're only in, doesn't that kind of look fake?
It does right there.
It looks fake
It was
as shit.
AI.
Look at that. Is this the actual video?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this looks fake as shit, right? Looks like a flying penis. Wasn't that in Austin Powers?
It was in Austin
isn't that
Powers.
a giant Johnson. What are you looking at?
That's what it looks like. So anyway, so these women are going up. Now the whole bottom of that thing, the shaft of the ship is the propulsion,
The blue origin.
and then the mushroom.
To us.
Yeah, the mushroom part at the top is what the women are in. Okay.
Yeah.
So at a certain point, that bottom part is going to
Break
relieve
away.
itself.
Yeah.
And
I like yours better.
it's gonna
relieve itself.
It's gonna skeet the top part into space. Okay.
And
Yeah,
Squirt.
it's squirt. Now they're up there, and they're only actually up in space, I think, for about 4 minutes before
yeah,
they
that seems about average.
start.
it's a long time for them.
That's a good run.
That is a good run.
That's a good run. So now here's where it all goes weird for me. So they're up there, and they come back down, and I saw they had a big press conference afterwards.
Yeah.
But it was like in an auditorium where these women were up on stage and they're all sitting in chairs. And then they showed the audience that was watching it. Oprah Winfrey was there, and I guess she was just crying like crazy. A Kardashian lady was there. And when they come back down, they land. Gayle King jumps out first, and she kisses the ground. And then Katy Perry comes out holding a daisy, which she said symbolized her daughter, and then she kissed the
Okay.
ground, right? And I'm like, kiss the ground? Did they think they were going to die? They were up there for 4 minutes.
Hey, they saw that. They saw the submarine thing.
Well, right? So
Right.
anyway, so what was interesting to me, so you see the that's
A little capsule.
the capsule there, and you see the doorway that's on the right. Now, I saw a video where Jeff Bezos, right there, is supposed to go and open the door for him. But he's got a little tool.
Oh, he tripped.
Oh, he fell
He
down.
fell.
Man, there you go. That's why he can't
Damn
go.
it.
That's why he sent them. He can't even get in the thing. But and so the door was already open, and then they shut the door so they could make it look like that he was opening the
You
door.
seen the door already open before
Yeah.
they got there. We're like, no, shut it. So they
it.
shut it
That was-
back.
We gotta let all clumsy over here open it.
Well, and I kept thinking, why would you want to have it so you couldn't open it from the inside?
Right.
Because if you're an alien and you're watching this shit, they're like, man, these guys are sending canned food to
Well,
us.
here's the thing.
They're like,
any
We just
any
need.
space shuttle they've sent up is supposed to be sealed from the outside. Like that. So you're not even supposed to be able to open it from the inside.
then what happens if they
From
have
the
an
inside
issue?
or the outside?
The inside. You're not supposed to open it like that. They were talking about it. You're not supposed to be opening it from the inside. If it's a completely sealed
Yeah, but you would
No, that's
think
what
you
we're
would
saying
want
is that
the
you would want to
ability.
be able to open it from the inside and not the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you might go crazy when you're up there and just be like, I'm done.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Open it up.
After 4 minutes, you're like, fuck it, I'm out.
I don't know.
So anyway, and I'll get into Josh Hunter's comment in a second. So they come back down and they kiss the ground. And at this point, I'm just curious about it because I saw an email come across that Gayle King said she was very disappointed. Apparently, she spoke to Entertainment Tonight, and they asked her about the negative reactions to the space flight with the all-women crew that included Katy Perry. And now this is where I've really thought about how I was going to approach what I'm saying.
Tight walk, huh?
Yeah. She said, first of all, the second thing she said, because I don't have the first comment, but it was more or less number two. She said, "Have you been?" She said, "If you've been and you still feel that way when you come back, let's please have a conversation then." Right? And so meaning like she's comparing herself. Actually, I think she's called herself an astronaut. She went on to say later that she suggested that sexism is at play in some of the discourse surrounding the mission. She argued that people have been calling her flight a ride, would never say that about a male astronaut who
Yes, we would.
It was a
Sorry.
Now,
I spoke up.
Now
too
we're going to
soon.
get there. She said there was nothing frivolous about what we did. I'm very disappointed and very saddened by it. She said there's also been many positive reactions, noting that so many women and girls and even men have reached out saying that her journey has inspired them to think they can go to space too. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, the only reason Gayle King went to space is because she's friends with Jeff Bezos' fiance.
Yeah.
It's when she says her journey.
It has nothing to do about, like, I don't know. Some of these women have worked their entire life and studied at Irina,
Yeah.
like, and all of that, and they've never been able to go to space.
No.
Let's just send a bunch of
Well, here's the thing. So I'm thinking, all right,
pickpocketed folks up.
there's video that they took while on board. Looks like GoPros, maybe.
Yeah.
And this is when you know it's probably just bullshit. They weren't even wearing a helmet. You can't ride a bicycle without a helmet nowadays, right? Illegally, you have to wear a helmet to ride a motorcycle.
Right.
But you could go to space.
Without a helmet.
Their hair was done. Like, it's amazing. When you watch them come back out, like, they were only up there for 11 minutes, okay? So it wasn't like
trip.
the whole trip. And she talked about the trajectory, and I think she's going back to one particular astronaut. I don't know which astronaut it was. But she's like, we followed the same trajectory that they did, so that makes us an astronaut. So then I looked. I was curious, what the hell is the definition of an astronaut?
Right.
An astronaut is basically an individual that trains and learns how to be within a spacecraft. Okay? She didn't train. I think they showed up on Saturday. And it went up
I don't think
Tuesday,
they-
I think.
yeah.
Like, it's not like she spent years and years, like, studying for this
It's
thing.
not like she was stuck up there for 9 months like the other two.
She was up there for 4 minutes.
Yeah. 9 months.
Oh, and then they talk
Come at
about
me,
how
you're an astronaut.
So they're up there. She comes back down, and they're not getting love I think they expected to receive. I think she honestly had believed in her own mind that they were astronauts now. And I kept thinking, well, shit, I've been on hundreds of airplanes. I'm not a fucking pilot.
And I'm not even a
don't-
stewardess.
I don't compare myself to the Wright
I'm not
brothers.
a flight attendant.
I didn't invent the shit.
I've drove a pontoon that don't make me Christopher Columbus. I'm like, it's to me, Josh Hunter wrote, he goes, the whole thing just shows how out of touch they are. Most Americans are struggling and living from paycheck to paycheck, and they want to flaunt that they went to space and make it seem like it was for a purpose. I agree. I think she has convinced herself that they did something important.
Right.
Because it was an all-woman space crew, but I kept you weren't even wearing a helmet.
Well,
like if
so-
something goes wrong, what are you doing in there?
Right.
Like
And I'm going to take it one step further. So they want to make it seem like they did it for a purpose because they want to be able to be eco-friendly and that, hey, maybe we'll be able to get rid of trash in space.
Whatever.
But do you know how much fuel they used? Can you
Just
imagine
to get
how
up off the ground.
expensive that was just to be
Right.
able to get up off of the ground?
Yeah.
I mean, that CGI was great.
I don't know the numbers.
looks fake
That
as hell.
green screen was awesome.
I believe they went. I do. I think they were actually up there. Maybe. I mean, I'm not trying to do that conspiracy beer, kind of stuff. Yeah, you. I ain't gonna lie. That looks fake as shit. Like even the drone is like perfectly close to it, and you would think there would be something in the air that would like push the turbulence of that drone
Away.
something. Yeah. It just. Can you show that video again? Now I feel like we're the Joe Rogan podcast. Only here's the difference: Joe Rogan doesn't actually show the videos.
Hey, I take magnesium. I don't. Josh bought some of the Joe Rogan gum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The bubble gum.
the gum that he talks about that it gives him a little boost of energy and such. Yeah, Josh actually bought it.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Is it like remember the
I haven't tried it. He's
that
like,
winter
do you
gum
want to try it? And I'm
in
like,
the
"Yeah."
90s that had the flavor crystals?
Yeah.
It's like little specks of Coke.
Woo! I got all my shit done in like a half hour.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, here you go. All right, so they're ringing the bell. There's Jeff. He's got his suit. Oh, Gail King. Look how she's nervous. Right on the tip. Right in the tip. Oh my gosh, this thing is
I was just thinking of it as a glorified ride.
Well, okay, so she said it's not a ride. I actually looked into it. She said it wasn't a ride, it was a flight. And so the definition of flight basically means when you're flying through air. So if you fall down, if at one point your entire body is not touching the surface, you're technically flying.
Right.
But yeah, when it showed like, oh man, look, my friend just went to space for 4 minutes. Just people.
She was around in the 80s
Look,
when
they're
we
not
watched
wearing
stuff.
fucking helmets. It's like oh, look at her. She's so happy. And then she went up there and was like singing and shit. Like they're only up there for like 3.5, 4 minutes, and she's gonna hog half the time to make a song.
Right.
It'd be like sending a baseball player up there, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna take some BP while we're up there. Will you throw me a couple pitches?"
No.
And then they land. They
So
come
how?
down. And William Shatner did this like 6 months ago. I didn't know he fell. That's even funnier. Golly.
Eat it.
That
Welcome
little-
back.
yeah, I'm just not that impressed.
No.
They got out and kissed the ground. Let's see if that's in the video. Look at that. So fearful of life. You know, they talked about that shit too. Oh, I'm going to get out and kiss the ground. There's Katy Perry. Apparently she took her her set list up for her concerts that aren't selling very well. Look at her. Oh, Mama. She's going to kiss the ground too.
No, she's not. No, God. There it is.
Yeah.
Hey, more power to him. At least they
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the thing.
would you do it?
Fucking A, I would. Wouldn't you?
Eh?
Yeah. Hey, if they're letting these ladies do it.
I'd do it. I'd just go to Kings island.
If that thing blew up, do you realize what Amazon stock would have done? There is no way that thing isn't safe,
Right.
right? And that's
It'll be a bid FTA next week.
I'd rather do that than go look at the Titanic.
That's true. I would rather do that than go down.
Oh man, I heard
The
those
water.
people knew that shit was going to happen too.
Oh, yeah.
Like when they were down there, they lost control,
Yeah.
and so they
They're like,
knew.
we gotta try to figure out a
Oh
way.
man, any chance we can send them back? I've heard people say that too. Yeah. Anyway,
Let's talk about something fun.
yeah. All right,
All
let's
right,
get into the
let's
fun
do it.
shit. Yeah. All right. And that's the thing. We're gonna talk about the shit people want to talk about, like stinky wrestlers and social media. Like talking about Gail King, but we're
Right.
also talking about serial killers. Now we're gonna get into this fun stuff. This is only from Florida. This has. Can we actually? I'm gonna grab another beer. We gotta
Grab a
just
beer.
chat amongst
Yeah.
yourselves. I'll give you a topic. Grape nuts are neither grape nor nuts. Feel free to discuss.
And it sounds like you're chewing on gravel.
Gravel. Yeah.
You might bust a tooth out while you're eating it.
Is this a pause for the cause?
Are we doing a pause for the cause, or are we gonna stay live?
We got the camera up. Look at that.
Look at that! Oh, did he
Beautiful
run a red
downtown
light?
Richmond right
Come
there
on.
for y'all.
I tell you what, though, that is a very
That's a great camera, isn't it?
It's a great camera, and it's like one of the most beautiful buildings down in this area.
Right.
Like, I love that bank.
It's empty, isn't it?
Yeah, like
Not even using it.
I know it's like the place that I work. I think that at one point in time we thought about looking at it, but it might be a little too big for us. But it's a beautiful building. I don't know. So, like, I have a hard time even like going upstairs where like I can see down.
I would.
What do you mean?
I have a little. So, I never had any kind of like fears of heights or anything growing up. Probably in the last 5-10 years, like I'm fine with heights, and I'm like, as long as I'm looking straight or up. But if I look down, nope.
No bueno.
No, like even just going up like 2 flights of steps, if I can see down, I'm like, oh no, I gotta keep looking up.
So could you do like that platform on
Hell no.
Willis Tower?
Absolutely not.
Where it slides out?
No, I would be one that you would want a video because I'd probably be a little bitch.
Yeah.
Freaking out.
I bet you would. You know, somebody stood in that one time when the glass cracked?
Oh no, those
True story.
videos where like it's actually like it's imaginary where they're just like making it look like it's cracking. I would have straight peed my pants. I guarantee it.
Freaked out.
Yeah. Well, they showed that video. Woo! I think it was in Shanghai, Bangkok.
Yeah.
Where the earthquake, and they showed that there was a couple in the pool in this high rise, and it started swaying back and forth, and they got out, and then the glass broke, and the water and the
literally
tubes,
went over.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Crazy shit. All right, let's talk about this story out of Florida.
all right.
Now you know it's Florida.
Florida.
Imagine that.
Florida. The owners of a Florida curio shop have been arrested for selling human remains on Facebook Marketplace. You can get anything on
So
there.
you're saying like curio shop, like a curio chest type of deal, like
Yeah.
a furniture store?
No, I'm thinking like just tchotchkes. You know,
Tchotchkes.
yeah,
What?
you know, when like in Myrtle Beach they have the big gay dolphin. It's called the gay dolphin.
You get your knickknacks there.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Yeah.
souvenirs and such.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said chachis, and I was like, what?
You
Yeah.
ever heard that called tchotchke?
Chotsky.
Yeah, I messed it up.
He said chachi, and I was like,
You know, tchotchkes, tchotchkes. same
Tchotchke,
thing.
you know, swag.
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 Okay. Go
Anyway.
ahead. So,
The name, Kimberly, spelled way different than yours, Shopper, 52, and Ashley Lalezi, we're going to go with that. They were arrested and charged with the purchase or sale of human organs and tissue. According to the Orange City Police Department Captain Sheriff L. Shami, he said this is something I haven't seen in 17 years.
He's seen it before. That's the sad
No,
part.
something he hasn't seen.
yeah, but that means he saw it like 17
No, I'm
years
assuming
ago.
meaning he's worked in that
only
role
worked
for
in that role
17
for
years.
17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, police began looking into Shopper's store, Wicked Wonderland, back in December of 2023 when they received a tip regarding a business within the city attempting to sell human bones. Now,
But we're going to let you do it for another 2 years before we
well,
bust
they had to
ya.
get research and stuff. Now, I would love to reach out to Black Dog Printing here locally because they collect this kind of stuff.
Oh, wow.
In their shop. I haven't been, but I've seen stuff on Facebook.
Yeah.
Now, there's an oddities thing that comes to
Oh, yeah,
Indianapolis where you can buy random shit.
Yeah, you can buy weird
Like,
shit like that.
like kittens that have been put in formaldehyde in a
Yeah.
glass jar. And if you
Okay.
want a dead kitten, you can have it.
Oddities and yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. And then I think Black Dog has said where they reach out to like vets and stuff when they amputate or cut things off or, they just keep it. People like weird shit.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, so much so these people were buying it.
Yeah, there's
Right?
a market for it.
The tip included images from the store's Facebook page, which advertised various human bones for sale. The store was allegedly selling 2 human skull fragments for $90 each,
Okay.
a human clavicle and scapula for $90 each, or maybe both. That's a pretty good run. You get them both.
2 for 1.
Yeah, a human rib for $35. I don't know if there was meat still on it or not.
Adam's missing it.
Human vertebrae for $35.
Give me
and a
that.
partial human skull for $600.
So do you think that if you go and have like a surgery done, you're like, I'm going to keep this because I'm going to sell it to that curio place?
No doubt.
Oh, fuck, I would. Why not, right? It's free money.
Here's my
Keep
spleen.
it. There
Oh,
Here's my appendix.
look at this lady. She's got all the freshest human body parts that you may want to buy.
Yeah.
I want to know how many people collect. People have weird ass collections.
Yeah.
Have you ever collected anything that people would find odd?
So.
No, I don't either. Anybody out there?
No.
No.
I mean, I just collect dogs
Okay.
because I'm in
Yeah.
mini paws.
No, better than a bunch of kitties. Shopper told the police the bones were indeed educational models. Apparently, she buys them through, I don't know where she gets them.
I was gonna say maybe for Halloween that would be kind of cool to hang out, but like, nap, I'm good.
Police submitted
good.
5 pieces of human bones from Wicked Wonderland as evidence. She was taken into custody on Thursday and released on bail for $7,500.
Yeah, I'd like to know where she got this stuff at.
I don't know.
I didn't even want to have surgery on my knee because I didn't want a cadaver part in me.
Really?
Yeah.
Why's that?
I don't know. I mean, it would be a good excuse. Like I could go up and kick somebody and be like, "Sorry, it was Frank." I don't know.
Is that what freaks you out about it?
I don't know. It's just like I don't.
Have you ever seen a dead body?
Well,
I mean, other than like at a funeral home?
not other than a funeral home. No.
No?
No.
You?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sure
You?
I have. Yeah, I mean, not like a lot. I bet Kevin's seen a ton.
Well,
EMS?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I bet you've got some nasty. I'm going to put my headset on for this one.
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
I'm glad I put it on. It's that kind of shit.
I could go down a rabbit hole with this.
Oh my God. Who
remember.
asked if people collected stuff and Adam Green goes Beanie Babies and I hate myself.
Oh my God. My mom was huge into those things. I remember McDonald's had them in their Happy Meal. We'll come back to you, Kevin, because I want to talk about this.
Yes, sorry. No, JP still has a bunch of them in his garage.
Oh my God. Well, that guy.
Beanie
he's,
Babies.
he's borderline klepto. Or not klepto, hoarder.
But you know what? But he's also a little bit tism because he knows where everything is. He knows where
where it's at.
every
Touch.
single thing of it is.
Touch of the
Touch
tism.
of the tism.
Just a
Touch of the
touch. Just a
tism.
kiss.
Yeah,
Just a kiss of the tism.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love to talk about that too. They're talking about
Okay,
how autism.
yes,
We
go
won't.
ahead.
No.
Not now.
All right, Kevin. Now, we had another gentleman that was on our show one time, Mr. Wise, that came on and told us about
Oh no.
he cleans up scenes
Oh,
where
yeah.
people were found weeks afterwards. But Kevin, I mean, you were in EMS. I'm sure you saw some nasty shit in your life.
I've seen a lot of nasty shit. I could tell you all kinds of stuff about brain matter and everything else. I could tell you something really freaky.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, so my very first fatality as an EMT was a car wreck. And in this county, the EMS service also provided body transportation services.
Oh god.
So we respond to this traffic accident where it's a fatality of a minor, you know, a license for a year, right?
Yeah.
And her neck was snapped in her head. So as soon as you snap your neck, you're gone.
Done. Yep.
The back of her head was kind of back like this. And then that's how she died, you know. And then the police did their investigation and everything else, and then let us go ahead and remove the body and bag her and take her to the cooler at the hospital. And me being I don't know, you just go down rabbit holes. And
Right.
so that's the day of MySpace. That's back in MySpace
Oh,
days
wow.
when MySpace was a big
We're
thing.
showing our age.
Yeah. So I go back to the station and I get on MySpace and I look up this person. You know, I always have this
Oh,
weird.
wow.
I always kind
Yeah.
of want to look them up, see what kind of life they live.
Yeah.
You know, and in her profile picture, she was doing dance, like high school dance. You know,
Yeah.
and in her profile picture, she was on stage like this
With the
Oh,
head
with the head back.
with the head back in the exact same pose that she died in.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
Like it was Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
That'll stick with you.
That was one that I've remembered.
I mean, it
forever.
has stuck with you because obviously that's been years ago.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's probably where I got all the labels too. But
The labels.
the PTSD, they hit me when I got all my labels. But I went through all my stuff. I'm legit now, and that's why I can talk about it because you do go. I had to go through EMDR, which is like therapy for like hardcore therapy, but it reprograms it so I can bring it up and I can talk about this stuff in a positive manner.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've seen all kinds of stuff.
Oh, I can imagine.
I've seen some crazy stuff. I have a motorcycle wreck.
Oh, yeah.
One time, right? And I go pick up the helmet, and the head's in the helmet.
Oh, are you?
Like it came off.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that is brutal.
yeah.
How many dead bodies have you seen?
At least 1,000.
Are you serious?
I did it for 20 years. I made it to 20
Yeah,
years
it's 20 years.
in EMS.
Shoot.
So at least 1,000.
How many you got?
That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
And it's just, I mean, it's just part of the cycle.
Yeah.
How many people did you lose while you were taking them to the hospital?
Probably under 50 or so.
That's a lot, though. Like you're in the presence
Not
when it
every
happens.
Well,
Look at
witness.
Adam. Wait.
Way to bring the room down.
buddy.
Witness cardiac arrest. It's very rare, but
Yeah.
See, this is shit we like to talk about when we drink.
Yeah.
How many bodies you seen?
Right? How many bodies? It's like Lean on Me.
Yeah.
You guys
on
want to
Me.
see a dead body?
yeah.
Speaking of weird shit, let's move on. This one comes to us from St. Louis. A foster mom is accused of trying to trade a child for a monkey.
Yeah, you sent this. And I was like, what the hell? This can't be true.
Cops arrested 70-year-old Brenda Deutsch on child abuse charges last weekend. So this has been 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
She had been abusing and mistreating a teenage girl who she was supposed to be caring for.
Well, why are you letting a 70-year-old foster? But you know what? There is a problem in this situation because there's less foster parents out there. So
They're still looking into it, but she may have agreed to give the girl to someone in Texas if they gave her a pet monkey in return. She apparently knew the guy because they both collected exotic animals. I'm telling you, exotic animal people are fucking weird.
God,
I'm dead serious. There might be the random normal ones,
after
right?
watching that chimpanzee one.
Oh my God, man. Well, Lion King.
Oh.
Lion King
Or Tiger King or whatever. Lion King, yeah.
Tiger King.
Yeah.
It means no worries.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, these are weird people. A prosecutor called the details of the case heinous and disturbing, and worse, she's fostered more than 200 kids over the years.
How many of them are missing?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you got to look into.
These are the kinds of people you buy shit from at a Florida curio shop.
And she's not a serial killer.
Right?
Would even come up missing. Or
The girl is now in
didn't do
Child
the
Protective Services. It sounds like the foster mom could be facing a long list of charges.
I hope so.
Oh, my gosh. She tried to trade a girl for a monkey.
That is ridiculous.
Feels like a good trade, though.
Throw her in a lion's den.
And the lion.
Sorry.
Look at her. She looks like Ricky Morton, the wrestler from the 80s that was in Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, man, there are weird people out there. This has
so
been
many.
a different episode
This
of
is. Talk about collecting shit. And
Yeah. You guys enjoying it, though?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Of
this is
course.
interesting
Sometimes
shit.
it's the weird shit that's just interesting
Yeah.
to talk about.
Yeah, well, we're going to
It may not be funny, but like
Yeah.
it's definitely
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, we're going to end on sperm racing, so we'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Sweet.
All right, let's jump.
I was the winner.
What time we got? It's longer discussions. All right, we've covered Gail King. Kissing the fucking ground like a fucking idiot. Oh my God, man.
That really chaps your ass, doesn't it?
It does. It just seems so phony and rehearsed and goofy and.
I mean, I was just surprised there wasn't like a red carpet from it. Or
Oh
something.
my God. Well, he was going to put it out, but he fell. This one is there's our last weird one before we move on. Maybe this is what people like. We'll see if the numbers go up.
We'll see it.
They like hearing about the weird shit too. 6 people in Lucas County, Ohio, have been arrested following the alleged kidnapping and beating of a male. Look at these fucking people, man.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Puddin sent me the story, and I said they look like the
Not
Manson
a single
family.
one of them has like
Well, here's the thing.
perfect eye distance between.
No.
The guy in the upper left kind of looks like Shaggy. Right?
Apparently, they're all sleeping with her, or one of them's her kid.
The bottom right?
Yes.
Yeah, which one's her?
At the bottom right.
That's a her. I'm
And
so sorry.
From what else I read, the guy they were beating up had left the group before and was trying to come back, and they were beating him to get back
They
in.
seriously do look like the Mansons. I hadn't seen this, so
That are
this is
inbred.
my first.
Yeah,
Yes.
Puddin described them best. They are the inbred Mansons.
I just don't know.
If they're all having sex with her, that almost makes her a cult leader,
Right?
right?
Think about it.
And there was
A what
another
leader?
one.
Yeah.
Starts the same
And they
letter.
were
A
doing
what
it.
leader?
There is.
Cult
Yeah, the
leader.
hills have eyes. Exactly, Josh. Like, yeah, they were doing. There is.
Bet their family.
The guy in the
cam
top
footage.
right had like two different shaped eyes.
Yeah, there is body cam footage out there, but it's kind of muffled, so you can't really. But she is out there just telling them what to do, and they're getting her. Hey, go get my candy, and they're go getting her candy and smokes and shit.
She's got that good
She
poo-tang.
got that good on her.
She got that goody good, and they're all
But yeah,
about it.
Look at that. I could not. I sent that to you. I was like, look at this shit.
God, you know what the wildest part about it is? Is like you look at one of the pictures and you're like, you can't get any more weird. And then you look at that one, you're like, oh my
Holy
God. And you're like, that's the weird. Oh no. And then you look at another one. It's
I know. Like, I guarantee that if we like close up on each individual one of them, we were like, ooh.
I feel like the guy that in that one right there, that's third from the left in the top.
Yeah.
He looks like Jesus. Like what depictions of people when they see him on
Yeah.
toast and they sell it for $40 on Facebook.
The velvet painting.
Yeah.
I feel like you seen these guys last weekend.
Oh my God, man. Right.
Oh, Josh said, I bet their family tree looks like a pretzel.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
It's a
does.
vine.
their ages, Aaron Bradshaw, 49. Austin Bradshaw, 23. Hey, nothing keeps it in the family like
is
fucking
fine.
and beatings.
Yeah, fucking and beatings.
And they're both doing the same lady.
Yeah, mama. Chance Johnston, 27. David Cessna, 26. Martina Esquada, 28. So it's a...
These people are
Yeah.
under 40.
Yeah.
I don't feel so bad about my
and
age
Michael
now.
Esquada, 28, are all charged with kidnapping to terrorize and inflict serious physical harm on the victim of another. The charges come from Maumee Municipal Court. I've actually been to Maumee.
Yep.
You don't fuck with people up there with their old ladies and their walleye.
Yeah, no.
I was gonna say the walleye. If
Yeah.
you're fishing on their turf,
They were charged with domestic violence. Johnston was charged with felonious assault. Martina was charged with felonious assault and domestic violence. Apparently,
so what did the person do to get this?
well, they were kidnapped on Friday, March 14th, allegedly, and held for 7 days against his will. During that time, the victim told police he was beaten with baseball bats and fists. He was also reportedly only allowed to eat and drink once per day and made to stand for long periods of time and slept 10 hours during the entire time. It's not clear how the victim, who according to court documents said his injuries were all over his body, was able to get away from the alleged abusers. He was able...
because he was trying to get back in.
That's fucking... They were beating him in.
Yeah.
Literally.
So, why did they choose this person though?
Because
But he'd been there before and left the group and was trying to get back
okay.
in the group to sleep with the lady.
the lady, Martina.
Yes, so.
That lady's 28.
Yeah, apparently.
And
No, half of those people are in their 20s, and I'm like, good Lord, those
she's
people are
apparently
older than
married
me, right?
then because
Yeah.
there's a Michael, unless it's her brother.
Ew. Hey.
Aaron, I just can't imagine like Aaron and Austin. They're apparently related. I'm going to guess just by the fact that one's 49, one's 23, and they both have the same last name. Like that's so fucking weird to me that a dad and a son. I'm assuming
Yeah, you'd assume.
they're my
Crazy.
God, it's just the world,
That is a
man.
crazy story. I sent it to you. I was like, you got to look at this, dude.
Oh my God,
So
it's
fucked
this.
up.
The
I'm
pictures
telling
of the
you.
people, it just puts it in perspective. So.
We live in a crazy world,
Absolutely.
man. Crazy world. You know, going back to that Gayle King thing, I heard that cost over $1 billion.
I believe it. Absolutely.
just to get rid of some trash. Just to see if we can.
All right, let's end it up with this one. We'll
Well,
call it a
yeah,
night.
I can't wait to talk about
Oh
that.
yeah,
Fucking
I have
sperm.
so many questions. A startup in LA says it's launching the first sperm racing league, and they claim it's not a joke. They're live streaming the first event on April 25th from the Hollywood Palladium Theater on Sunset Boulevard. There are tickets to see it in person. They go on sale. Are these the gentlemen? Yes.
Shut up.
Are you going to just watch a bunch
Now,
of
surely
dudes
they've
jerk
already.
off?
I was getting ready to say, surely they've already released
I don't know. That's one of the questions I have.
the contestants.
Yeah, they built a
There it is.
microscopic racetrack so guys can go head to head and see who's got the fastest swimmer.
So they're
Who
literally
takes
going
the
to
most
jerk
zinc?
off online.
I don't
Somebody
know.
takes the most zinc.
See, here's the question I'm curious about. Like, what is the fastest? It's got to be right after splooge, right?
You would think.
You would think. So, are these guys like in the back just waiting to? Oh, are they doing
They
it right
are.
there?
I told you.
No.
Are they doing it behind a curtain?
People are
or-
watching them do it.
All right, so what are we doing next Friday?
Oh my gosh!
I'm going to watch, get on draft.
Now they say they built this microscopic
Yeah.
racetrack.
How many bets?
You know, I'm telling you right now, if you can gamble on it, men will gamble on it.
You ever watch that one in Germany where they see who can cut an item in half? That's the best.
What?
There's a show in Germany where you have to cut an item in half, and if it's perfect, then you win.
So it's like whoever has the sharpest knife.
well, kinda.
Do you build the knife or you just cut
No,
the shit?
it's just cutting shit in half.
I was
The one
gonna say,
see,
I've seen
it's
the one
somebody
where they
cutting a
build
pretzel.
the knife.
No, they cut
They
a
make
pretzel in half, and you have to have the two equal sides.
Oh.
People are betting on that.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, that is legit off, like, reality. That's how, like, my mom, growing up with a sister, you know, as a sibling, you were an only child.
On one side.
Yeah, well, but I mean, you were raised as an only child for the most part, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying.
No, for my mom, I was my only child.
Yeah.
My dad, I had siblings. So.
Yeah, I'm not saying your sibling less. I'm simply saying that in my home, when we grew up, we would get something, and mom would say, "You cut it
in half."
and they get to pick."
Oh yeah, pick what? Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I'm
Cut
telling
it,
you.
and they pick which one they want. Yeah.
And
You got out the micrometer.
fucking A, right, Cotton?
Right.
I mean, it was to the nut.
Yeah.
And
Speaking of nut,
speaking of nut, so they built a microscopic racetrack so the guys can go head to head.
Head to head.
Head to head. The track mimics the dynamics of what are we? Is
A
this
fallopian?
of a
Or not a
woman's
fallopian tube, but a-
reproductive
yes.
system?
Yeah.
okay.
They built that's kind of fucked up to the sperm, I think. You know, like this is clearly the right place.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, wrong way, wrong way.
There's no
I'm
actual
not
egg
gonna
involved.
say it,
No.
but I'm sure your sperm have been rerouted before. So
No, my whole thought was they said that there's no egg involved, but that would be hilarious, like at dog tracks where they put the fake rabbit. If there was
So
an
it's
egg,
chasing something.
yeah. They said the point is to bring attention to fertility and turn health into a competition because it's something you can train for, just like any other sport.
been
And
training all
that
my life.
is my question. How do you get faster sperm? Now I know, like,
zinc.
zinc?
So, professional pornographers take zinc because it makes it go further,
Okay.
be more fluid. There are some different things that I read about it, but yeah.
Okay.
More of a skeet
Research
projectile.
zinc. Just research zinc and
Porn.
That seems like a reason not to take zinc. You know what I mean? Like, people are going to blow out the ends of their socks.
you're gonna break the fibers of your
Oh,
towels.
There you go, Josh.
Fast and Furious 13.
golly. They say the new league will have everything other sports have, including press conferences, weigh-ins, play-by-play commentary, and betting. You'll be able to pick favorites and bet on winners.
This is gonna be like the new way of being able to like advertise what like vitamin supplements
And
you
now, is
take.
this a weigh-in before or after they did?
I have so many right?
Hydration.
How'd you train for this? Well,
I hydrated. I took my vitamins.
When was the last time you skeeted?
ski. Yeah, you better hold that skeet.
Right? No, there's Asher from UCL. He's drinking
drinking
milk.
milk, and then I
Tristan
saw
from USC.
somebody take. Yeah, they're holding up Goalie.
Goalie, yeah.
Let's go, Lee.
It's
Zinc.
vitamins.
Vitamins.
Yeah.
And then, so they get into the ring, and then they just whack it in front of each other.
And who's the healthiest sperms?
It's so weird.
We gotta watch
Oh, look
this,
at right
buddy.
there. They just reached down into their junk.
We got to watch this.
There's got to be
I don't
speed
know if I
on
want to.
the ability to produce. Like, this is, you don't want
There's
to
so
have an
many
error
questions. No.
on any of this. Whole thing is wild to me.
You shot too early. Let's jump the
At
start.
the end of the day,
Red flag, red light.
at the end of the day,
Go over the
all
line.
three of us sitting here were the fastest ones of our daddies. So,
That's fucking.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, hey, mine worked twice. That's all I know for sure. I just
For sure, he
I
says.
produced a double.
Yeah, you
two
did.
of 'em.
fuck.
Oh my God, you should have
Twins.
entered.
I'll tell you right now, I don't even know what they judge this on, but they should they should already retire Nick Cannon's jersey.
Oh God, yeah.
And Elon Musk. That
Yeah.
guy's building a colony by himself.
Yeah.
They
he
can't
is.
pull out of a drive-through.
Oh, that just shows right there they have money.
Yeah.
When you can afford
Spend
it, like, just
everything.
like, he has like 18 kids.
Yes, he does.
He's a Duggar, but with multiple wives,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
They
Oh
literally
my
do have to
gosh.
shut down Disney when he takes his kids. So there's no
Oh,
lines.
geez.
Oh my God, yeah. They need a fast. You know how much a fast pass would cost for that big of a family?
Jeez.
Oh, it's a good thing he's rich.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Well, that is After Two Beers for this evening. I hope you've enjoyed the show. We did some funny shit. We did some serious shit. The engagement has seemed better.
I like
That's good. And I can't wait to see the image that Kevin comes up with for this one. It's going to be classic. But I think this is
It's
the
gonna be
direction.
our faces on the
Yeah.
end of a
Yeah.
sperm.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
it's going to look like the fucking rocket ship.
Yes. It's gonna be.
It's
that
gonna be two
ship.
rocket ship. It's like the racer at Kings Island, only it's like sperms and they're.
Who's going the backwards racer?
Who's going in the back door?
Yeah,
Anyway.
they must be dating.
Oh shoot!
Oh shit.
All right. Thanks again to our buddy Kevin Shook here at Global Media Enterprises
Thank you,
for hosting
Kevin.
us as well. Thanks. Reach out to Kevin if you're looking to do something like this.
He's not busy enough.
No.
Or something even a little more professional.
Right.
No, let's not go that far.
Right. I can promise you this: we're the most lowbrow thing he does. So whatever you do above is going to be better.
It's the funnest.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? I mean, how many other times have you talked about
Sperm racing.
Sperm racing.
Sperm racing, fatalities, all in one hour.
Oh man,
All in
You
1
never know
hour.
what we'll discuss.
why
The end
isn't
of life,
this
the
show
beginning of
more
life.
popular, man? Right?
I don't get it.
Oh my gosh, dirty wrestling fans! It's the greatest show on podcasts.
Right.
And but anyway, thanks to Kevin. Thanks again to our Patreon sponsors. Without you, we couldn't do this. Make sure you follow us on Facebook so you can find out when we're doing events here live, especially trivia.
Yeah.
We're still doing those throughout the summer, and we get to doing these things live again. Maybe we can con Kevin into driving around all over the Midwest, and we'll do these in different bars and shit.
That'd be
and-
funny.
We'll do it in the white candy van.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had when we first did these, we had a strip club in Michigan that wanted us to come up and do one in a strip
Yeah,
club.
yeah, we
Nice.
did.
Did you save their number?
I'd be willing to
reach
bet
out.
we can find a strip club that would take
We'll
after
reach
2
out.
beers.
They
Yeah.
wanted
Reach
me
out.
to stay on the podcast and not lose me to another profession.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's what we were worried about. Yeah, exactly. All right. Thanks again. Make sure you give us a follow. Thanks to everybody else. We say it at the end of every show. We're really here just to have a good time and try to lighten our moods and hopefully let you kind of relieve some stress of your life
about
too.
the day.
And that's really what we're all here to do. We're just, like I said, we're not getting rich off this by any stretch,
No.
but the whole goal is just to make the world a better place, have a good time, enjoy ourselves. And, sometimes from time to time we struggle with that. And this message is about that. It's there's a person in your life. I know I've gone through it many times. I know both of these individuals have as well, Kevin and others. And sometimes you just need somebody you can chat with, just pour like some emotion out with, not feel like you're being judged. And if you've got someone in your life that you feel like right now they may be struggling with something, anything, or maybe they're not even necessarily struggling with it. You just know they're going through some hard shit, and you just want to give them a shoulder to cry on one afternoon. Just reach out to them. Don't talk about it later like, oh man, I should have reached out. Or
Yeah.
people say, don't send flowers, give the flowers.
Yeah.
You know, reach out to them while they're still here with us, and just trying to lighten the load for everybody, because you'd be surprised how something as little as just a quick phone call, quick text message, just an IM, as long as they're not married and it's not dirty. It's good shit.
Yeah.
It goes a long way. So take care of each other out there. Enjoy spring.
Yes.
And
Enjoy this
Even through
weekend.
the allergies.
WrestleMania. speaking of
WrestleMania.
wrestling.
Yeah, speaking of wrestling.
WrestleMania, baby.
Oh, I'm excited.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
She just, if you were a dude, I was like, she's sperm racing right now.
I'm racing right now. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess without further ado, unless something changes, we will be back in 2 weeks. Make sure you follow us and keep watching throughout the summer. We'll keep adding a few things here and there. So,
Yep.
All right. Without further ado, Puddin', Gibbler, we'll talk to them all next time.
After 2 beers.
Hands in low place. Oh, my God. It's the Garth Brooks.